Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 this morning, and today is going to be another hot, dry, and windy day. Well, really for all the Newswatch 12 viewing area, but this includes the perimeter of the flat fire, which means that we're expecting some more explosive growth from the flat fire. So we have this red flag warning that's in place again for today from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Current temperatures this morning feeling pretty good out there, especially in Medford. We're already up to 70 degrees. To the east of the Cascades, we're in the 40s and 50s, so maybe you just need a very light jacket as you're walking out the door there. A little bit later today, here is your pool forecast for the Rogue Valley, getting pretty close to 100 degrees. Once again, it's going to be much smokier today for the Rogue Valley, especially for Jackson County. Well, Josephine County is going to see more of the smoke, but Jackson County will see more of a noticeable difference compared to yesterday. It's very hot, very smoky, very dry. The UV index is going to be way up there, by the way. So just be sure that you are packing the water and the sunscreen if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time today. But I'd suggest keeping it indoors because that air quality is going to start to look pretty tough, especially for Josephine, Jackson, and western Siskiyou counties. And even Klamath County will see some thicker smoke. So for today, we'll have high temperatures about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year, meaning that we'll be in the mid-90s to the east of the Cascades, pretty close to 100 degrees for our west side valleys, and then middle 60s along the coast in Curry County, where we'll actually see some better air quality today as opposed to yesterday, just because a lot of the thicker smoke is getting pushed into inland counties. And then for tonight, smoke is going to end up being pretty widespread at this point, but other than that, we'll have decent temperatures overnight. If it's any consolation, we'll be in the low 50s to the east of the Cascades, mid 60s for west side valleys, and then middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. We'll move back to the Rogue Valley where, of course, it's looking like it's going to be pretty widespread smoke into Friday. And then remember, there's that hard cutoff past 48 hours where we don't really have a lot of reliable smoke data, but we'd imagine that there's probably going to be some sort of air quality reduction into Saturday and Sunday, especially if the flat fire remains at 0% containment. Thankfully, we cool things off just a bit as we head into the weekend and into next week, but it's still going to be hot, still going to be dry, which means that fire weather impacts will go back to being critical starting on Saturday. And we're keeping a very close eye on Saturday in particular because that's when we'll have the best combination of hot, dry, and windy conditions. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Hazy for today and tomorrow, but better air quality along the immediate coastline as opposed to yesterday, just because a lot of the thicker smoke is getting pushed into inland counties. I think the Shasta Valley will probably see decent air quality today, but it's going to be the Scott Valley and the Klamath River Valley where we'll see the thicker smoke, and it will thicken up even more and become more widespread into Friday. Klamath County will likely see the worst air quality impacts when you take into account both Klamath and Lake counties. Lake County will probably just see some pretty light haze. And then for the mountains, we'll also track some smoky conditions over the next couple of days at the very least. And then for the Rogue Valley, just hot, smoky, and dry for the foreseeable future. So a very quintessential Southern Oregon summer weather.